Good morning, everyone. Things working? We got music, we got chat. Okay. I feel all kinds of out of sorts. I just dropped a cup, did some damage to the little fake plastic straw that came with it. It's upsetting. Larry, Stoner, Dark Native, JD, good morning to everyone. How are you? Check this out. We are starting off with some full on sugar and caffeine. We've got Phil here. All right. How is everyone today? I'm all out of sorts, but I got Phil. I got my games, and I got some time to play them all with you. All right. Anybody who wants to knows how to follow me. I'm gonna go throw myself straight into some worldwide races. Hopefully get exactly 6 points and retire forever. 4 sevens. All right. Yeah, I hope the way I got set up this morning is not an indicator of how my entire day is gonna run. Communication error. That's no way to start our racing. All right. I think I was liking the pipe frame. I forgot to change away from it, so that's usually a pretty good sign. Still a loud ass system though. Turn down the switch. All right, so it's Monday. Try not to dread it. I actually have some optimism about it. We're past a lot of the confusingness. We'd have to wait for the next round of confusingness. But how was everyone's weekend? Not sure you know the Roxy Paradise. She's a streamer, an IRL friend, and her father just passed on Friday, and her services today. I do not know Roxy, but my condolences. I will make sure to get them a follow, which is not cheerful. I guess good to know about a streamer. So let me make sure that I have them written here. Sorry that they lost their father. That is very tragic. Are you going to the service? Mm-hmm. Very sweet singer. Family does so much for your community. Yeah, absolutely. All right. You're going to support her? Awesome. All right. Love you too, Larry. Good morning, Stoner. I did hydrate, but I will continue hydrating. Some Coke Zero. Keep me nice and awake for the stream. Let's see what we can do. Koopa Troopa Beat seems to be a lot more popular when we get it from like DK Pass. Do people really internalize seeing the snow like that? All right, let's pipe frame this. It's like the first race of the day, and I'm finally noticing for once. Hey, well, that's hilarious because even if you don't get any items when you use a boo, it gives you the single mushroom. So somebody might think that I didn't get anything. Sorry, Emmy. Later, Rotten. Used that little comic at a pretty good moment because a bunch of people passed me. And then everybody else passed me too, and that was kind of lame. But, you know, we don't need no stinking tornado. Let's go. Take this. Car bounced over me. Way to go, air bombs, taking each other out. Yeah, Phil? What are we doing? You're all over the place today, huh? Constantly in motion? Really let that fall apart at the end. Didn't even get single digits. That's alright. Did that shock dodge after the finish, so made up for it. Alright. Phil has decided to loaf on my leg here. Turned into a little bread. It's nice. Okay. Pitts is gone. They've faded out of existence. Sorry, Selena sent that. Hey, thanks, Selena. Good morning to you. Love you too. Moo Moo Meadows. I feel like seeing the cows. Aw, wanted that lunch on the back of that truck. I'm not getting it. We are getting Moo Moo Meadows, though. So how are you today, Stoner? Oh, Stoner's middle of match. I got Stoner tabbed up. Stoner's live. Nice. Okay. Meowlix. Nice. Nice to be in first when that blue shelf makes its like intentions known, but to see it hit somebody else is really a nice thing. Terrible. Right, look at the improvement here. We're moving up the list. First place in 4 races. At this rate. All other variables ignored. Okay. What do we got lying around Moo Moo Meadows? Peach Stadium. Let's make a run for Rainbow Road. Start off with all the great tracks, you know? Okay. So, let's see. The RPG campaign, the one I'm always going on about, finally hit our ending last night. Pretty pumped about that. But you don't sit on these things for too long. The brain already starts to turn towards the next one. All right, Moo Moo to Peach Stadium. I don't think, how often do we actually get this route? Jacoby, 207 sunny D's. Well, god dang. How are you today, Jacoby? How was your weekend? How have you been? It's a little bit loud on my game still, huh? Saw the funniest Facebook video at Boston. Didn't know if you have to be able to watch it. Have one to be able to watch it. Oh my god. I'm going to check that out. A lot of Boston humor sometimes feels like a stretch because so many people use it in like a overly self-celebratory way. To try to find it again. Yeah. I really loved, if you remember the old, I'm sure it's available elsewhere because it was on like a platform that didn't exist. There was like that comedy platform by NBC, CISO. There was a show, a travel show on that called Hidden America. And the first episode was about Boston. And it was like top notch. They did an incredible job. They got all the areas and how they are perceived by other people in America. Oh my God. I sadly know how Boston's perceived by the rest of America, and I'm depressed at how accurate it is. But that's okay. Here we go. We're at Peach Stadium. Rainbow Road should be our choice. Prove me right, game. I swear to God. Look, I'm right about Rainbow Road. I know that this was a Green Day song named Holiday that they released like as a single with on a American Idiot. But I swear to God, it had to be like the fourth song that Green Day put out named Holiday. I think the guy just likes screaming out Holiday. You're almost to 1,000 miles? You've already added 1,000 miles to your car, Larry? That's amazing. Have you been doing deliveries? How's dashing going? I always figured that the delivery part of dashing, like I guess they only do that, that part would probably be like a pretty fun like side gig or something. Kind of like minimal impact. Holy, you keep swearing at God he might strike you down. That's the plan. 2 days you'll be 1 month, so at this rate you're on track for 12K a year, and your focus you did over 18K your first year? Wow. I think I blow that away. Let's see, I got my car at, it had like 60K on it. Because I bought a used little thing. And it's at like 140 now. I think. Might be more. Let's say it's 150. That way I can be wrong either way. I got it in 2018. Middle 2018. It's middle 2026. 8 years. 148. Oh, I'm doing about 12K a year probably. Damn. I have a feeling I'm dropping this year. I think I'm doing a lot fewer miles. And I'm happy about that. Oh, here we go. We're gonna enter Sandman through the rest of Rainbow Road. I don't appreciate being crushed at the start after this. This is a build-up song, you guys. Average is like 13.6K a year. Oh my god, I'm driving averagely. Take that, everybody who honks at me on the road. I'm doing an average job. Oh, yeah. Shortcuts aren't just for people who are going fast, okay? Hydrate, you got it. Nice celebratory hydrate. Because of how awesome that jump was. Enjoy the one ring, Larry. Yesterday I paid 12K for the ring on Zelda's channel. See, I work for it sometimes, just not here. One time somebody asked me why I don't go for it here. I'm like, am I supposed to go for my own rewards? I almost never redeem my own stuff. I use my points to blow up other people's channels, but man, I get infinity points here. It's not fun. Whoa. Talk about karma. Oh, I stole a bright, shiny, new crazy 8 from yourself. It happens. At least you still have all those items to use. What if the crazy 8 just showed up again in World? With the Mario Kart 8 versions of the items. That's what they need. You did 16 flips in that jump. Thank you for counting. I was always curious how many I might do. About to get 14th place though. I doubt the final stretch will help. I know, a lot of mushrooms. When has that not ever helped anyone? Okay. Crazy 8. Crazy 8. Jason, you've actually become a vinyl addicted. Your dad was given one by your student you put in the house, and you've bought 7 already. Oh my god. Tell us more. What do we got in vinyl? as a musician collecting records was your duty. There's a little shop on Main Street in Plymouth, Massachusetts. It's only ever been a vinyl shop, but it's been different vinyl shops owned by like four different people. But something about the tiny ass little like cornered like shop makes it suitable only to be a vinyl shop. It's next to the place that used to be my go-to pub, but I've moved and it's out of business. Two reasons that stop it from being a good go-to place. Let's go back to KTB. Let's see if I can just create a three-course route to go back and forth between the two. Thank you for doing that shouty outy for Jacoby, Doc. So then just chugging water now. Goes to pee, then comes back and drinks more. Cycle of life. That's all any of us are doing. Jamie, good morning. How are you today? Welcome on in. Wonderful to see you, Jamie. I went to go look for you this morning to tab you up and didn't see you. Got two Kesha albums, two Bob Dylan albums, one Michael Jackson album, one Porter Robinson album. All right. Um, that's awesome. I'm curious which albums. I think all of them are recognizable enough. Well, I don't think I know MF Doom, but certainly which Michael Jackson, which Bob Dylan, yeah, definitely which Kesha. Good, just came home from work and you bought some food. You canceled the stream. Nice. What kind of food do we got? Sometimes you gotta rest, relax up. Have I put in any thought into what I'm gonna eat today? No, but I need inspiration. Okay, let's go. I don't need to just be casually hanging out at the back of the races. I can do something about this. And by the way, nobody called me out on this, but we are listening to JD Radio today. All right. Whoa! Almost. Almost, Goomba. That was a moment, huh? You had a gut feeling? All right. All right. Well, now I feel the pressure to play well. Dang. Larry, we got to be caught up on these. I'm going to crack open a new, take a sip out of my beverage. clear our empties. Oh my god. One more to finish. Thank you for adding a playlist to the community's playlist. Let's grab it. Get it added right now. And oh yeah, Sky High Sunday, please. The coffee song. Yeah, I think we need the coffee song. All of us do. Well, everybody was feeling the Sky High Sunday. I'm glad we ended up at mine. Thanks for the shout out, always. And Dark, thank you for getting the full on shouty for Jamie. How was Mario Kart 8? Um, I caught a bit of it as you were streaming it the other day, obviously. I think I'm supposed to be playing it right now and forgot. Again, I think my schedule might say Mario Kart 8 right now. Good morning, Laura. How are you today? Thrilled to see you. I was so bummed on Saturday that I only was able to lurk and wasn't able to, chill out and spend a lot of time with you guys over in the stream, but it looked like it was fun. I will definitely be there next time. My Saturday, just unfortunately, um, didn't seem to want to let me sit down in front of a computer, you know? It happens. Mario Kart 8 went well, had a blast yesterday. You missed playing it. I know, I've been trying to keep up one day a week, but I default to Mario Kart World at this point, and I've made it way too easy for myself to default to World. I have commands that reset my whole OBS setup and put it at Mario Kart World by default, so if I don't think too hard in the morning, I'll probably end up accidentally streaming this game, which is what's happening now. Glad to have you have a right show up. Oh, thank you, Laura. 22222 Patches. Is Patches on the keyboard? Am I getting messages from Patches and Selena today? If we do Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tomorrow, you're more than welcome to join in for that. Oh, we might. Make up for my little miss here. Get to hang with Jamie. That sounds nice. We'll see how it goes. See where my brain ends up. I got the coffee song giving me a sense of calm that I needed. Be awesome. Maybe drag some other streamers in for that. I know. We gotta get a big thing going. We need the biggest, most multi-streamer event possible. Those require planning. Right now, I'm having a hard time looking beyond the moment. Laura's ready for more Splatoon whenever, and hitting a 50 consecutive stream streak. Oh my god, Laura. I'm always so pumped and excited to see you that it's got to be like, have we really even known each other 50 days already? Okay. But yeah, thank you so much. Okay, I did a terrible job at Sky High Sunday. I was just beginning to register that it had started, and there we go. 19th, lap 3. These things happen. Pop it. Good morning. How are you? Thanks for grabbing that one ring. Just going to check out the rewards, make sure I hadn't missed something there. What? Oh yeah, the PFP race. I forgot they existed, you guys. I think we did one or two of them. I forgot because yeah. All right, everybody. Go ahead in the next 30 seconds. Enter exclamation point beep. BEEP. You can join in the race. Little avatar race. It's going to run across the bottom of the screen. Now, I did some chopping of that thing up. Let's see if it works. It takes a, there it goes. Yeah. This is supposed to be a redeem or something. Oh, did Dark Native just take off for Laura? We'll see. There'll be a little standings thing in the bottom left. So that thing's like half working. You're so slow. I can't get that thing to function properly as a redeem. It doesn't want to fire off as a point reward, which is a bummer because I really wanted you guys to be able to kind of start them off and have them whenever. I was thinking that might replace the little ships, but it seems like those things can live in unison together. I can also add a track to the race, so it throws a like road down there, but I think that was getting a bit too aggressive with how much of the screen it wanted to take up. Thank you for redeeming the slots poll. It's alright. Looks like I've got a day of dealing with widgets and such soon, because I need the slots to make noise. I need the Sunny D slots to roll. We need to fix that other one. Me and Stream Elements are going to have a great day. Pop It, how was your weekend? Same question for Jamie and Laura. I didn't ask this question to everybody who came in. I'm smart enough to ask, first thing Monday. 20 minutes later. Who knows? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh. BRB making cuppa? Yeah, you get that. Enjoy. Your daughter trolled you with Minecraft Saturday? Apparently it was highly entertaining in the stream. Oh. Maybe I'll watch the VOD today. Nice start to my Sunday. Weekend was nice. You worked, but it was stressful, but you managed. This week you're off from work, only working extra on Friday, so you're ready to game a lot this weekend. That is awesome. Well, congratulations. Enjoy that. Close enough to appropriate here. Oh my god. Bowie. Okay, it's not like a race going. I'm like leaning over, hitting the laptop, trying to be clever and smooth. But obviously I'm not. Here you go, Jamie. It's your Friday. Prayers to Saint Becky. Patron saint of time off from school or work. I deserve that. Thank you, Mario Kart. Thank you for throwing me out after that redeem. All right. No one was on. Okay. Race. We'll stick with the pipe frame. Pipe frame gave us a few cute little races already today. Gave us that fun jump at Rainbow Road. Gave us that weird little, like, Chariots of Fire moment with that Goomba. We might have to hang on to this for a while yet. Yeah, we'll go to the spaceport. Sounds great. Getting out of here. Hitting the open road. Bye, everyone. Phil is just flopped in my lap with her little chin hanging out on the chair arm. Do you like how we redecorated the Phil zone, buddy? It's like the world's greatest blanket fort in there. She's like, put my Nintendo blanket up on the wall so people can see it. You're right, Phil. And you're right, you're right. This burger will save me. Instead of living my life by Mario Kart rules and changing my outfit every time I eat. But only from certain foods. Some foods you can maintain the same outfit. So dress based on what you last ate. When they see you in the office with the green tie, they know you had a salad for lunch. That's the logic Mario Kart presents to us. Somebody's behind on some orders. She's working overtime making biscuits on your chest right now. Good, good. She's been slacking. May's a little early to go to bed for September, Billy. Credits. All right, forgot about it entirely today, and it dropped the opening credits on us. Perfectly well timed. 4:20 a.m., as it always goes. Oh my god, yes. Sad to say, no new progress on randomizing those, but I need some clips from y'all. Anybody wants to be featured in the opening credits, send me a 3-second clip of your in-game character or your personal profile picture or whatever, and we'll get you credits. I've sent Larry and Ray the test video without randomization. It's fun as hell. But I do need more videos to have it grabbed from. And every day we'll have a different sequence of showing out different users. You sent me the license plate you ordered? I'm so excited. I don't even care that I got 15th. Oh, it's doing that thing. I think it doesn't like us with our time zone difference this time of day, Larry. Our time zone and our phone OS thing. Well, I think once we get the end-to-end encryption on RCS messages between iPhone and Android, it's going to solve a lot of these 3 a.m. texting problems we're having. Pinches nose, Larry. Making another playlist. You're not satisfied with the first one? Sure thing, Laura. You can make a new one. You can also feel free to edit that live. Some people like to send updated lists or like go from genre to genre. But you can go and edit too. If you just don't like it, we can move it around. And same for JD too. JD, you're allowed to edit or change, or you could send in like another one. JD, I know in the past I had said we were going to move your list to like a renewal redeem. We're not going to do that, by the way. Your list is just going to stay in our library. I thought about it. It seemed punitive. Like once you get a list here, it just stays in our library. There's no reason to have things expire or keep upkeep. So I'm probably going to do that with the Sunny D redeems too that say like for 3 months or whatever. Nah, it's just going to stay. So if anybody wants to like unlock like the superpowers or whatever, they're just going to be buyable. I just got to change that little thing. So some of the redeems are just going to become permanent buys with Sunny D's. You're like, I'll be able to buy my lightning power. I'll be able to, and I'll add you to a group, and that'll be how it goes. And yeah. So once you get a list here, it stays. Ooh, that's a nice plate, Larry. Got legit first name in a totally readable way. Oh my god! Laura, holy goodness. Thank you so much for all the gift subs. That's amazing. Thank you so much. What a incredible start to my day. Thank you. And look at who you got. The randomness of Twitch is sometimes cruel when you give out those gifts. You got some real good ones there. Holy shit. Dew Feathers, Sheraquack, and Wolf are all amazing people that I'm thrilled. Bless the randomness too. We get a shouty outie for Laura, please. Any VIP or mod. Exclamation point SO. I can't wait to watch how your daughter trolled you in Minecraft, Laura. That's going to be so fun. Suki, good morning. Not surprised I use Steam controller, I say, and some morning delivery. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep either. Oddly woke up early from a nightmare. In this case, the Steam controller won't stop giving. First of all, congrats on getting the Steam controller. Almost no one was able to, right? That thing sold out in like instant seconds. If you got one, it was like, oh yeah. What games are we looking forward to hitting up with that controller? I'm dying to know what people are going to do. What is happening? This race, this is somebody else to... Look at that. Ugh. The next race is for winning. That one was for whatever I was doing. Larry beat Jacoby to the shouting. You did actually try to sleep? Yeah, I mean, I tried to sleep every Christmas Eve when I was a child, but I knew the presents were coming. And, getting a Steam controller, that's a little mini Christmas. If you have any kind of a library, and now suddenly you've got this mythic thing to come apply to it, you're going to be able to sleep. I'm thinking about that early season of The Office where Mindy Kaling's like, I'm too excited to sleep after she wins a nap. Poppet's back. Needed to switch clothes to stop the rubbing on your lobster skin. Hey, lobster skin's a real disease that affects a lot of people in my area. I'm from New England. Everybody here is lobster. Our lives are lobster surrounded here. Now, I hope you're feeling all right, Poppet. How was the walk today? How's little Poppet doing? You know, probably some of the games you already use your Steam Deck as a controller for. Well, that makes sense. It is kind of a Steam Deck without a screen or an OS, isn't it? That's what they need to do, is do a controller with a hard drive and Steam installed on it, and just like let me HDMI straight to a TV. You'll get a lot of my money then, Steam. One. You'll get 1 unit of my money. Pretty excited to play Terraria with it. Oh, maybe more games of that. And back is kind of fucked currently. I can see Terraria being a huge step up with a controller like that. 100 bits too, Laura. Good lord. Thank you so much. It's amazing. I gotta get a good redeem going for those bits. It is unkind that you just wait for me to notice when you're being so kind to me. I really appreciate all of that. And I love you all. Make sure Bowie stays hydrated, please. Yep, I owe you a hydrate, Larry. I'll be doing it. I know you're going to be able to hear me. I know I've got an open window into your life. Selena, don't squeeze too hard making those muffins. You curl up and go to sleep on Larry's chest now. Get a picture of Phil rolling on the catnip when you get bits? Yes. We'll get some Phil rolling catnip videos. Selena's asleep on you now. What a sweetie. Alright, Owen, enjoy your blue. Oh, almost got that bat. That would have been crazy. Banana right to the head. Banana right to the head is the name of my Harry Belafonte cover band. But yeah, you're glad you managed to get the Steam controller. Managed to beat the bots, which is awesome. Yeah, I heard it sold out like crazy quick. Like, and that it had mainly gone to like, you know, um, to scalpers. I'm glad to hear from anybody, that we know, someone who's actually going to be gaming with it. It does make me delighted to hear that. I feel. I'm just moving my legs. You don't need to notice. Doesn't need to bother you. Just I need blood in my foot every once in a while. Now Valve's doing full anti-scalper measures though, but people are on a waiting list now. Wolf Dragon. Sweet name. I feel like that's a monster I would have thrown at my party in my role-playing game last night. Just a giant flying wolf. What kind of breath weapon would a wolf have? Anyway. You glad it's basically getting it early? So you plan on actually using it? That's awesome. What an opportunity, too, to kind of like be one of the people to give sort of a definitive review on it. But yeah, any game that's got like that, like kind of Terraria style inventory management is gonna kick ass. I think with those little touchpads added onto an already like well-built controller. I would be thinking Core Keeper might benefit a bit from that. It's gonna move a lot of games that were locked to the mouse off the PC. This mouse lately is acting bonkers. Gotta fight this thing, so I can't go click buttons between races like I want to. Bill's getting up, grumbling a bit, sniffing at her plate. It's only about 90 minutes or so before she eats. You really can do so much with them. If you are an absolute Steam input fiend, oh, you are an absolute Steam input fiend. If you ever get the chance to look up at your Steam input configs, your brain would likely melt. Ooh. Well, that's awesome. I'm so pumped for you. I hope to hear back, like, what games you tried. We got a bullet at the beginning of this. Sorry, other Daisy. Look at all these bats. And I'll approach. Let's see what we can do. Going for the double. It's out of the way, but I want it. That extra mushroom's really gonna pay off here. You just wait and see. Look at that. That banana even boosted me all the way to 4th. Hey, Phil. We screaming? Finishing up a tangerine LaCroix. To be followed by a tangerine LaCroix. Okay. You love this song? What's this song? Broken, obviously. See there. Oh, another shot at KTB. Let's go. Hi, Phil. How we doing? We got my KTB. It'd be really funny if the scalpers actually lose out fully because the Steam controller isn't as popular as the scalpers expected. True story. But you doubt that'll be the case. Now, I think this controller is going to be something people are really excited around for a while because as people are pumped for the Steam machine, that's what they're calling it, right? It's one of those things. It's like they can kind of like buy into something now that's going to like play into it, and the features are going to be there. So it satisfies a bit of the need, while also in its own right, just kind of being a really good-looking controller that it's probably gonna like be huge for a lot of games in general. So leave it to Valve to be able to put out a controller by itself and have that be really exciting. But then to have it also be like so intrinsically linked with so many other parts of what they're doing. You have an OG Steam controller, actually? Nice. How was that? People somehow actually hyped for the Steam controller. Doesn't look like it'll be an unfortunate failure that people weren't ready for like the OG. Yeah, this one seems to be incredibly well put together, well designed. And yeah, I don't think there's any downside to it other than the price. I think it's like $100 or something. Is that the price tag? Little steep, but worth it when you look at all the features. I said from my $30 plastic GameCube controller in my hand. Which was well designed too, in your opinion. It just committed too fully to its idea and ditched the standard gamepad layout entirely. Yeah, that's a risky move. My eyes have been wandering a little bit towards the Switch Pro controller, but I've never bothered. This is what I need. Mm-hmm. Pikmin 4. Pierre. It's not really no longer enough for you because you push Steam input so intensely that having the full deck layout is actually required for you just about how extensive you use the gamepad? Wow. Also, having a right stick lets you do cool stuff. Like, for example, Terraria having the right stick always be smart cursor and the left stick always be normal cursor. That's awesome. All right, Mario Circuit. Let's do it. Stupid detail. Not the left stick being normal cursor. Nah, it's all right. I think I got it. I think I can see how customizable that is. You know, at the right touchpad. Yeah, touchpad stick. That was interchangeable. No, I got it. I didn't think I was getting anything. Oh, yeah. Okay, I deserve that. After a few like really standout moments in the beginning of the stream, yeah, for sure. I could deal with going off the edge. Remember, guys, when this music video took up 80% of your Windows 95 hard drives? Remember that? Windows 95 had this music video included in most versions. Okay, let's race. Let's pay attention for lap 3. In 3D games, it works well using right trackpad for mouse aiming and right stick for flick stick. Nice, alongside the gyro, yeah. Pikmin 4 taking my items. And Tracy crushing me. Don't appreciate that, Tracy. I don't appreciate Bowser taking that item and relegating me to the back for the rest of the race. No, all this was bad. I blame everybody else's terrible course selection and not my barely paying attention for 2/3 of the race. Hi, Phil. All right. I don't think I can quite race like this, Phil. You like that? Yeah, that works. Okay. Get you the attention you need, and I can play the races like I almost want to. Beautiful, Phil. Thank you. We're going to Moo Moo Meadows, though, if I have anything to do with it. Yeah. Having a good time, Phil? Yeah, she is. Look at her. Oh, you better hope the next track is danceable, Phil. Everybody thinks of Phil when they hear this. And not every soundtrack from the year the song came out. She's having the best time. Just cuddling up more. That doesn't help, Phil. Masked man? There's a masked man in the race, Phil. Cute little ending. All right, Phil. Thank you for riding up on top there. Sadly, despite the Steam controller being way more popular this time around, you're seeing people throw around the same ignorant bullshit arguments against the controller that people used against the OG. Well, that's too bad. Quick reminder to anybody putting down the Steam controller. You haven't used it yet. Suki's going to be the first one, and that's not till later today. Their loss, exactly. They're not going to have one for 6 months anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it. You have to use a controller, or you can't play due to physical limitations. People like that are ignorant and self-centered. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more with the controller, and they're making such like progress. And yeah, you can do so. It's amazing what a controller can do, and definitely keyboard and mouse is there for a very specific like subset of style of game controller. It doesn't lend itself intuitively as well as the handheld controller does to so many types of games. It's more so people being ignorant thinking the Steam controller is worse than a standard gamepad when it's not. It's because they don't see the value of trackpads. Well, the trackpads aren't taking anything away. That's a crazy opinion to have, that the fact that there are trackpads makes it a problem. I don't think I've ever been upset about having an extra style of input, like, on a controller. Unless it made the controller, like, you know, difficult to hold or something. I can't imagine. I feel like partially why that's the case, though, is that Sony is absolutely giving the touchpad a bad rap by putting it as a secondary gimmick on their controls instead of making it a viable input method. Yeah, Sony's not really trying to make anything better for anybody. Just look back to the Sony Vaio computer and realize that they were not in it for the benefit of their consumer. Just the bloatware that they would put over Windows on those things. It was terrible, but it wasn't the worst part about those computers. The worst part was their physical design. In an era back when I could remove a hard drive from a laptop with only a screwdriver in about 5 minutes, the Sony Vaio was a 2.5 hour breakdown job to remove the hard drive from the wrong side of the motherboard. I hated that product. And I've hated every Sony TV I've ever owned. And if you really want me to get mad, let's start talking about how poorly built the PS2 actually was. Nothing that popular should be that shitty. Kind of how the Wii turned people away from motion controls, for example. There was an era where I thought motion controls was really, really going to be the main thing. And now it's like, it's just me, only me playing Splatoon. Nobody else is using them for any other purpose. Thank you for dimming the slots, Paul Papa. Funny part is the Steam controller beats out nearly every Pro controller in the market with its features. Pro always feels like it's an addendum that's based around like one or two premium features, but otherwise is connected to nothing, in my opinion. It's a superlative that businesses like to add to a product that doesn't really often add a lot of value. I think the only exception might be Apple, and even then, when you look at a MacBook Air versus like a MacBook Pro, you have to actually be looking for those differences. You're not going to find them on the surface level. Use them for Splatoon also. You're at a disadvantage in that game without them. For real. I feel like so many people don't try Splatoon with motion controls, but it's a game changer. It might be the reason that I'm like still like all about it and ready to play Splatoon all the time, and a lot of my friends are just like, I'll wait for a Splatfest. I think it's I think the fact that I'm having so much more fun when I'm controlling it and it's like so much more accurate makes a big difference. But it absolutely eats this DualSense Edge, Xbox Elite, and every other overpriced Pro tier controller's lunch. That's awesome. I love that. Missed context, by the way. It's not really the cheapest on the market because of how good third-party controllers have gotten, but it absolutely eats the DualSense Edge, Xbox Elite. Yeah, I got it. I think I might have forgotten to read that out loud, but yes, thank you. You play any day, anytime. Good, good. Well, Laura, I'm playing Friday. This is the week, you guys. For an indeterminate amount of time, I've got Fridays off going forward. So Friday mornings are going to be Mario Kart, probably followed by Splatoon, unless some other game makes itself known. That feels like the way to go. And Saturdays we're going to try to maybe lean PC or lean at least variety and getting out of our groove. Though it's hard not to want to do Mario Kart for the first part of Saturday too. So, Mario Kart plus whatever else we're up to. We're definitely going to do a Smash Bros. Day fairly soon. Ads. Yeah, Laura, we are gonna have to do some Guild Wars. Suki's back. Yeah. All right. So, have you never seen controllers like 8-bit do? 8-bit do? Yes. I've got an 8-bit do controller in reach and distance. They're little like mini gamepad one for like Super NES style games, but that thing is awesome. Cheap, but great. JD, welcome back. You know what other games you can play? Surprisingly, think, Bo, we should try GTA 5. I wonder if I own GTA 5. I literally don't know. I'd have to go check Steam. I know I own the GTA 3 trilogy. The Vice City 3, San Andreas. I know that's in my Steam. 4's probably in my Steam. If 5's ever been super cheap, I might own it and just not remember. I've definitely never played 5. We're talking 8-bit dude, me to talk about their little Ultimate 2 and Ultimate 3. I've only like looked at and salivated Have you used them, Suki? I've never actually played with them, but they look so good. You haven't used them, but they look really solid. Yeah. Beautiful controllers. Everything 8BitDo puts out, a lot of thought into it. Again, I'd say this thing that I got right here might be their ugliest controller. But it's like slightly bigger than a credit card, and like I can Bluetooth to any device I want. I kind of want to set that thing up to play like a Worms game, like Worms Armageddon. I feel like that controller would actually be able to pull that off pretty well. You would definitely get one if you weren't waiting on the Steam controller. Fortunately, it's just a handful of hours for you at this point. Do you know like the routes for all like your delivery drivers? Like, do you know what time of day they show up? I don't know them here, not yet, at this place. We always kind of knew at the old place. But, but we do a lot of delivery here. We do our grocery delivered and whatnot. But thinking hilarious Worms lines. You blew me off. Oh my god. Worms is my absolute favorite. The amount of time I spent playing the Worms games as a child um, probably still eclipses any other game that I've played, which is crazy. You can go look at my game history on my Switch and realize I think there's multiple 1,000 plus hour games in there. Multiple 1,000 hour plus card games in there, to be honest. Alright. Planning on getting GTA 5 on your Xbox Series? You have it on your PlayStation 5, but you don't like to work because it overheats, and trust me, we cleaned out from dust, nothing worked. You think it's the GPU? Yeah. I've heard that the PlayStation 5 that they went a little bit light on the thermal paste on the GPUs, and that after like some time they do kind of tend to wear out. Victoria Rain Resnor, thank you for following. Appreciate that. Welcome on in. How are you today, Victoria? Nice to meet you too. All right. It's a lap 3. I should try to do something about my position. You're doing okay? Glad to hear it. I mean, it is a Monday. To be the most 90s about it. Says you're watching without audio. Victoria might be doing low volume. I used to use the no volume a lot when I was racing. Not racing. When I was watching from work. These days, my work scenario allows me to turn the volume up and not feel too bad about it, though. So, as Dark Native knows, on Wednesdays, my office is bouncing a little bit, politely bouncing. No, I don't. I'm not overwhelming people, but I'm having a good time. You watch stuff without audio, but audio sometimes. Yeah. Well, Victoria, if you're a Mario Kart player, if you want to join in and race, we can exchange friend codes. I can get that out to you. No problem there. Just let us know. Usually when you have audio turned down, it's because you're watching Twitch on your phone. Yeah. I do a lot of watching on my phone, especially during the weekdays. It keep my phone off the network in my office. It's its own kind of separate thing, so it's my own connection. And I like to set that up uh, just at my desk and yawn until I die. I just like to kind of have streams on throughout the day. I'm a big lurker. I end up lurking in more streams than I chat in, but I swear to God, like anyone here who is a streamer knows that I will be lurking in their channel if I'm not chatting. Um, Dark, Larry, Laura. Let's see, who else here? Poppet, Jamie, Stoner. Too poor to own AirPods and your keyboard doesn't support wired audio. I know. The AirPods go on sale quite a bit, um, but not the AirPods Max. I've noticed those ones always hit that massive, like, huge price. I got like the noise canceling AirPods 4 in my ears right now, and I think I got them on sale for like 120 or 130 US. And I was never a headphones guy, never an audio person, never really a big listener to much. I will say these things get like 2 dedicated uses per day. I use them through the stream, so that's 20 hours a week right there that these things are popped in my ears. Then about 2/3 of my lunch break while I'm taking gentle walks across usually the dead abandoned ghost mall in my area, but any one of a few places I like to spend my time. These things are in my ear 100%. I get upset with myself on days where I forget them at home. But as a streamer, I've been like salivating at those big ones, the ones that cover the ears. They look amazing. Oh, thank you for using the Phil and Buddy emotes. Wow, everyone, thanks for all the coins. All right. I didn't deserve this. It's the best race of the day so far. Asked you if I played Minecraft before? I have played Minecraft before. I've played Minecraft when it launched. Um, I probably still have the account. I built an amazing, in my own words, amazing pirate ship in Minecraft. Yeah, 2009 or 11. Definitely 2009, I'm going to say. Because my ex-wife was super into Minecraft. Thank you for the hydrate, Dark. Now if I can just get the mouse to behave. This thing today and yesterday, starting to act up. I don't love that. Okay. What's this monkey doing? But yeah, I had built this pirate ship in Minecraft, and I put it on top of a cart. I built it off of a cart, so it could move. It was massive, and it could move. And the server I was on, a somebody somebody torched it, and that was it for me. Bill, your light went out. Not that light. That one. It's not making much of a difference there, but there's a timer on one of those lights and it shuts down. Thank you for hanging in the fill zone, Phil. We appreciate that. We're going to work on your lighting now that we've changed that up. But there's nothing she loves more. She's like, oh, a little cave for me to live in? Thank you. When did the console version of Minecraft come out? I would say that would probably be the later. I think that was probably like a year or two later. Maybe even more than that. I feel like it was like a long time coming when it did appear. You could be looking at like 2013 or 14 even. You started playing on the PS3 version of Minecraft. So you're probably looking at 2012. Missed that banana. Boomeranging these bats. Rude. Comic. Comeback time. Last 2 laps. Oh, that was brutal. Oh, I hate this end stretch on this course. It's always just sadly me being thrown backward every time. Wow, we tanked that score, huh? Brutal. JD has joined. Thank you for joining, JD. Probably switch it up to knockouts pretty soon. But I'm glad to see you here. What am I talking about? If I switch it up to knockouts, JD's gonna win. JD's probably thrilled about this. I'm gonna try to get a first on Koopa Troopa Beach, though. I think we're probably gonna end up at Peach Stadium. which means we'll have another shot at Rainbow Road. No, we got my KTB. That's right. Let's do this. Perfect timing. Yes. All right. Now I feel like the opening credits should be playing again because I just want to hear the wave race theme if I'm going to be jet skiing across the map like this. All right, KTB proper. Here we go. Rude. Sorry, Bowser. Taking that fifth. All right. Do one more regular race, and we'll start heading to knockouts. Awesome, JD. Just quickly checking that stuff. All right. Yeah, Peach Stadium. So now if we get Peach, I'm going to want to stick around for one more because I think we'll get one more chance at Rainbow Road. That's how they're going to get it. Okay. I've already proved it right once today. Damn it. Okay, so we'll be doing one race after this because I think we'll get a shot at Rainbow Road. And if you get Rainbow Road as your last race of the day, that's like having it starting to snow at exactly midnight on Christmas. You're back now, Stoner. Welcome back. Glad to see you. How'd your little journey go? I had you tabbed up. Aw. Wow. Hello, love your friend. Yes. We love you, Stoner. Ooh. Okay. What's up, JD? We hit that Wario. I think we took out a banana, but now we're a cow. Oof, I hit one. That wasn't good. Welcome back, Suki. Crushed by Anthony. Going into a nice 10th. And we're going to do one more because I think we're getting a shot at Rainbow Road. It's also not 5:20 yet. Usually we change at the 20-minute mark, so we'll stick to it. Congrats on 7th, JD. Likewise, any good plans for this week? Yeah, for real. What did I say? How many times? Rainbow Road comes after Peach Stadium. Moo Moo Meadows instead. All right. Thank you for grabbing the one ring, little Poppet. All right. Moo Moo Meadows will serve as our Rainbow Road for today, as it always does in our hearts. Wow, timing, Laura. That might have been the best use of how appropriate you fight like a cow we've ever had. Thank you. You woke up this morning at 3 freaking out. You didn't know what time it was. You thought it said 8. You spilled water and did a whole 360 trying to get up. It was a crazy morning. So that is why you did the stream. You're back on morning, not nights. Hey, it happens. We've all been there. I'm pretty sure one time I started the stream a whole hour early, not even thinking about it. I didn't do any registering. I was just going based on the minutes and not the hour. on my clock. And I'm pretty sure I started a whole hour early one day. It happens. Back on morning sounds better. You worried about the nights mostly? Yeah. Oh, so it's your job back on morning, not nights. That's awesome. You were looking for that, right? All right. I did bad. Time to do knockouts. I'm going to form a lobby. Wait for JD. And if anybody else is joining, let me know. Got time for a few of these. Wake up, Bowie. A couple days ago at night when you were working, you messed up, packed up a light with a light tower, didn't see a cable line that's connected to a power pole and ripped it off the pole. Nobody was hurt, nobody was injured, everything was fine, but you're able to say with this foreman, he does good work and gives us good hours, but you can tell that you did learn from your mistake that night. Hey, as long as you're safe, as long as everyone's safe, that's what matters. And we'll be seeing it, yeah, on a different schedule. That's A-okay. Yeah, you're going to have to see what hours you can put towards the stream and make that consistent. Feeling like the teeter-totter with the days and nights. Yes, when you find something that works for you, that'll be good. But it's no worries. You know, I've kind of been enjoying the random stoner times to jump in and catch you. It's always a delight to have that notification come up. Do I really have to go do a work week now? Okay, we haven't had the heart rally in a bit. I know we didn't get hit with it on Friday or Saturday or whatever, so. Likewise, but I love being here and having you around. Thank you, Stoner. You're a bright spot on our day every day. Okay. Let's see if we can compete with the rest of the crowd and then beyond that with JD, who's a knockout expert. With the gifted subs and here, all y'all appreciate it. Yes, for real, Laura. Thank you so much for the bits and subs today. Your pleasure. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Let's try and win on Mario Kart. Let's try to do that once. If you don't win on this game, you're winning in life, in the stream, and all our hearts. Thank you, Stoner. Yeah, I don't win at this game very much, so I'm glad to know about the rest of that. Oh, Jesus. I thought I was leaning the other way. You're leaving this morning around 6 a.m.? Me too. What a great shock. Oops, I thought I was throwing bananas and I threw a green shell. Looks like I might have hit JD. Living this way. Walk 10 hours, come home, shower, eat, stream, repeat the process. You hate this so-called adulting life? For real. Yeah, Mondays are a moment for me because it's like a regular, normal work day, nothing crazy. And I come home and have like a single evening. Then Tuesday is like just a straight shot. I deserved that knockout. I was doing so well the first half and then just botched it. Okay, let's watch JD here. Yeah, because my Tuesday is the 12-hour workday. So it's just a big, like, once I get out of work on Monday, or once I go to bed Monday, it's like I'm basically lost to the world till Wednesday, with the exception of, a couple hours when I pop into stream. But that's like literally the most downtime I find in that stretch between Monday and Wednesday is the stream. I think I gotta adjust this camera. I think it's too high because I can easily cut my head off here. The Koopa Troopa just looks so casual when you're watching him. And then he gets that angry face when he's fast. Bonkers that I don't have camera control during this, though. All right. So I keep thinking that, like, I'm like, oh, there's like nothing in the future coming up for games. I'm like, there's like 10 big releases in the summer, you guys. Got Splatoon Raiders coming up in July. Now, I think it's like they say there's PvE. Like that's what's driving me to make the purchase. But I am worried that we might not see. It might be a short, like one and done kind of game for me because single player is not really my thing long term. It's amazing I would still have an urge to go back to Tears of the Kingdom, but I've resisted so far. Now, if they just did what they should do in that game and give us the four sword so we can invite three friends to play with us, be a perfect game. Back 1 second while we're working here. One moment. Oh no, we get an elimination, JD. It happens. They're in the last lap though, so we'll just lapse on over. Bring us to the next race. Let's see if Amy maintains the crown here. I mean, this is obviously Toadette's theme song, right? Nice, Laura. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Getting psyched. Letting this song pump up. Oh my god, is that column off still? Look at that. Okay. Mario Kart Lightning, thank you. I've not programmed in shrinking the game screen yet, but I'm gonna get there. All right. Moon Rally. We had the Sun Rally, now we got the Moon Rally. Perfect. Aw. Coming for you, penguin. Ah, almost made that. Throws a purple shell, which is like a blue shell, but specifically targets whatever placement Bowie's in. Oh my god. That thing does exist. I knew it. Finally confirmed after all these years. Thank you, Suki. I love it. Okay. I can't take first with this playing. I can't take first ever. And I get the energy of this track and get up front. Hey, Phil. Coming to join me in the chair? No. Crush everyone we can while we're huge. Thank you for the follow, Bradley. Nice to meet you. Appreciate that. Welcome on in here. Just leapt right into that bullet's face like it was no big deal. Sometimes you just need to get wiped out, and you'll work for it. That's right, Phil. You can disagree all you want, but I've seen it happen to you. She's howling. Let's be last. All right. Pretty dangerous. These items are going to make or break us. See? Look at that. Bill, need more viewers for this game. You're addicted to it? All right. Glad to hear it. Well, I'm here playing Mario Kart most days, every day, early morning. Anytime you want to join, feel free. Happy to exchange friend codes. We usually launch from a lobby. We love to hit our onlines, our worldwides, and our knockouts, though. We'll be doing knockouts for a little bit. Well, 17 minutes till I gotta go. So probably 2 more. If you're looking to race today, I'll get you that friend code. Meantime, I'm focused on doing okay in this one since we're as far as we are. Hey, Bill, we don't need to scream. It's Monday. You know what track you're on. You know the schedule. Excuse me, Finny. Rini. I'm getting knocked out now. Ugh. It's alright. I'll take 5th. That wasn't bad at all. Ayrton, Thomas. Alright, we'll let it go since JD and I are both out, but we're lap 6. Alright, guys. Time for self-promotion. Let me know what you're doing. Who's going live today? Who's got an event? Who's got something special? Who's got something non-special? Who's doing something mediocre, but with a slightly positive connotation? It's Monday. We don't need to stretch for our impressiveness. The fact that we're all here is something. Wow, okay. Laura nailed it with the how appropriate you fight like a cow, and JD really got in with the I said no. You guys are making really good use of my sounds today, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Phil. I'm going to get a fill screen button. That's going to have to be free because you're always giving that away. Phil's got a permanent case of the grumble. You're going to add an extra Steam to the schedule today or tomorrow? Awesome. That's exciting, Laura. Well, if I'm at the office, you know I'll be lurking from home. I'll be trying to get my chat on too. But I can't wait to see it. That's amazing. More streams is always better, Phil. You know this. You're on 2 streams a day. What about an early morning stream? It is when you're at your best. Hey, if you had like a weekday where you were starting at say quarter of 6 a.m., you might be a high likelihood for raids. Not everybody likes to go that early though. Not everyone's crazy like us. But I have a good time here. We've carved out such a fun little crew, you guys. Yeah, I think there's really no bad time to stream. Your audience will come as long as you're consistent and I don't know, you don't yell at people. You don't make them feel bad for showing up. You keep on refreshing the shipment page, but it's still not out for delivery. Dang, Suki. What time zone are you in, if you're comfortable revealing that? Yeah, Phil. EST. Okay, yeah. Same here. I don't expect any deliveries to really leave any place before like 9 a.m. usually. I've got an Amazon warehouse that's not too far off, and sometimes we start seeing stuff as early as like 7:30 a.m. But usually it's I can't count anything before that. I told you, but I'm not very comfortable sharing it. Right? Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want anybody to share info that they don't want to. I have an IT background and I'm very familiar with data privacy. I'm also just wired a little bit differently, which is why I don't mind throwing my name out there. Mainly because I've never been really like, treated to that privacy. Like my employer publishes um, my salary in the newspaper. So I'm just like, what am I gonna do? They've basically turned me into a really low grade public figure. But now everybody's got a right to privacy. And yeah, either way, I hope that controller makes its way to your hands as soon as gigantically possible, you know? I hope you're playing all the games with it, in like hours or so. Captain Phil? There's a Captain Phil in the race, Phil? Who promoted you to captain? Is that JD as Dry Bones as Captain Phil? I didn't look to see if JD had changed. Nope. Oh, dang. Okay, almost got eliminated. I should pay attention to Mario Kart. You left the game? Okay. Well, this is going to have to be the last one anyway. I just realized it's 5:51. Unless I get eliminated, like, in the next 2 minutes. But I don't want that to happen. Oh, did you see me dodge all 4 of those greens? That felt incredible. All right. Oh, come on. Guys. I'm getting knocked out. Dang. Alright, I guess I got time to try and do one more, right? No one's in the race, I can quit now and get it started real fast. Oops. Which all Steam controller scalpers a very horrible day. Me too. I pray that every one of them loses their crypto and currency key. Encryption key. May they all be cursed like that one guy with the hard drive in the dumpster. Even though you got mine, you know, some people didn't because of them. Exactly. Alright, we're going to go up against Weasel. And up against Helena. Up against Lemmy. Sleepy. A lot of scalpers go into debt to scalp things, so if you don't buy from them, it hurts them with interest. That's true, isn't it? Because it's about the quick turnaround. It's about buying something you don't really have the money for, turning a profit. I don't think I've ever really scalped anything. I definitely came close with all those copies of World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade. Because I bought a shopping cart full of them for $11 or $12 each. And then I sold the keys on eBay for $40 when it was a $50 game. But that was, you know, those copies weren't going to go to fans. Those were going to get thrown out at that CompUSA that was closing in 2008. All right. So, even if I get eliminated right away, this is going to have to be the last one. We got to be reasonable. I got to be making it in right on time at my job. Now that I'm taking Fridays off, I want to be there and make sure that I'm, you know, first one in the building. They need to see how diligent I am, right? Fake it till you get away with it. If you're only scalping if you go above market price for it, that's true. Just hope that scalpers didn't drink the keys you were selling. I sold them individually, one at a time on eBay, and I was actually selling the full copies of the game. Just as a shipping option, I let people choose a free shipping where I would give them the key. And many of my conversations were actually people going, "How did you get this? How are you able to do this?" And I explained, like, hey, you know, it was a CompUSA. They were closing down forever, and I happened to just know the value of the product and figure it was a great opportunity. So I guess if I ever end up in a scalping situation, I'm way too nice. Is really the scenario. If I could just sell things for slightly below face value, that's the goal. All right, so some very serious thank yous are in order. First and foremost, JD for jumping in and playing. I always like to thank our players first. And thank you so much to everybody who modded today. Larry, Dark, Jacoby. And holy shit to our VIPs. Laura and Poppet and JD. Stoner and Jamie and all of our friends who come to hang out. Our new friends. Holy shit, we got new friends today. In Bradley and Victoria. Thank you for the follows. And Laura, holy fucking shit, superstar. Sending us into hype train territory. Thank you so much for the gift subs and for the bits. That was so kind of you. Truly appreciate it. Apparently Switch 2 is getting a price hike. Very epic fucking nod. Now Switch 2 is just that much more out of reach for you. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Friggin' AI is ruining everything. Data centers are driving up the cost of components. I said this when tariffs came out. In 2024, I went ahead and bought a gaming PC and other stuff. I wasn't even anticipating RAM shortages and like board shortages. Thanks AI for ruining things on top of an already precarious situation. You could buy a Switch 2 right now if you're saving money for the Steam frame. Yeah, the Steam frame really does seem to fit your vibe, Suki. That is where I think you are going to get the most enjoyment based on our conversations. So that's probably wise. Me personally, I'm always going to be a Switch guy, but no, I definitely recognize exactly that you're going to be happier if you wait. So that's a wise decision. VR sounds fun. Yeah. We're getting eliminated, Phil. It's not our knockout day. That's all right. It happens. It's time to go anyway, so we'll accept it. Phil, you're not very helpful anyway. You got any parting words for everyone? Squawk, squawk, scream, scream? Yeah. Come on, Phil. Be a cutie pie. All right. Everyone, you are all incredible. Thank you so much for hanging, chilling, racing, all the bits, all the hangout, all the fun time. This was incredible. I'll be back tomorrow with some more Mario Kart. And same with Wednesday. Thursday, we're doing some Sonic Crossworlds. Friday, I got the day off work. We're going to be partying. All right, that's this week. Also, what's our also, Suki? While we're at it, by the way, everybody, go ahead and, if you feel like it, copy that raid message. If Splatoon 4 doesn't support mouse mode, you're going to lose it. I have a feeling that Splatoon Raiders is going to support mouse mode. I don't even think Splatoon 4 is worried about it. I bet you're going to do it in Raiders. It looks like it might be. The single player PvE type missions, the way those weapons looked, I'm going to say mouse mode is happening. All right. I'm going to find us a little raid and get us on out of here. I have put no thought into that, so it'll be a moment. Anyway, love you, mean it. This has been so fun. Catch you later, and let's see who we're going to. Got any friends live? Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's send ourselves over to Johnny Fun, who's also doing some Mario Kart. Looks like. No, they're not. Okay. Ellie loves doing Minecraft. Let's go check that out. All right. Catch you soon, guys. Bye now. Oh, they're landing. They're ending. Let's try that again. We're gonna go to Alien Pie. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go to Alien. Catch you soon, guys.